Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into Tiger Stadium. It's another edition of Chapmanville Regional High School Tiger football action on Video Productions. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center. As today, we have the 1-3 Tigers of Chapmanville Regional as they are taking on the 0-3 Wildcats of Nitro High School from out of the Kanawha Valley. And I'm joined today by Pedro Ledger. I'm Joe Kinzer. And Pedro, two young teams struggling in this odd pandemic football season, just trying to get games in. Both teams have had to sit out and play and sit out and play. Both teams really marred by injuries. But thank goodness that Nitro and Chapmanville Regional, they've won one half of the battle of the week, being able to play here on this rainy and overcast Saturday afternoon.
Yes, it's been a roller coaster season. It's just good to see that these teams are able to play today. Not a whole lot of fans, but a whole lot of you be listening and watching, hopefully, and, good luck to both teams.
And the coaches, they've had to take a seat back. This has been the abnormal football season, your repetition, your preseason, your practices. I think that football is the most, routine sport they are, and these coaches and players are in a routine, but that hasn't been the case. None of these teams have, and really the playing, practicing, not knowing and stuff. It's really taken a physical toll on a lot of teams. A lot of teams are banged up, including this young Tiger ball club and also the Wildcats across the way. But also, the mental aspect of it too.
And not only that, Joe, the financial hit that these teams have taken, for not allowing a lot of fans into the stadiums, mostly only family and essential personnel. But the key to it is let's get through this year. And, later on you got basketball season, and it's going to be different there too. And, good luck to both teams today.
All right, we're going to have the coin toss, and we're going to have kickoff coming up next from Tiger Stadium. You're watching Tiger football action on Video Productions. It is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium as it's Saturday afternoon as the Tigers and the Wildcats. And Pedro, this is the first time that I've broadcast from Tiger Stadium, not in my broadcast career. It's been several times, but the first time on the artificial surface, and I tell you, it looks magnificent.
It is beautiful today. Overcast skies, but a little bit of rain and drizzle.
Right, Chapmanville coming off a 28-14 loss one week ago, and they've been marred by injuries. They lost a couple players, including their inside linebacker, and then the week before, and a loss to North Marion. They lost their best safety as well. So this is a young team, not a lot of seniors. The future looks bright here on Crawley Creek for Tiger football. They just got to take their lumps in 2020, and hopefully they can get off the snide today and put another loss on the Nitro Wildcats. Fred Miller back to receive for Chapmanville Regional. Also back deep will be number 2, Preston Smith. And we'll set the lineup for you coming up in just a jiffy. Pedro, key today for a Chapmanville win.
Well, they want to get off to a good start. They are receiving the ball, so they want to try to put points on the board early and play good defense.
Strong, high, end-over-end kick. It's bobbled, and it's finally picked up at the 10-yard line. And getting across, hopefully trying to get to the 20. And that's going to be Fred Miller. Could have been worse, but to get back to near the 20-yard line. First down and 10 coming up And the quarterback for the Tigers is going to be Brody Dalton. Dalton, on the season, he has thrown for just under 500 yards.
They moved it inside the 20, yeah, about the 19.
Right here, if you just don't score, you just want to rattle the chains a little bit and get some first downs. Out of the gun, first down and 10. Brody Dalton. Inside handoff that time, and that's nice blocking up front, and that is going to be more than enough for a Tiger first down.
Turner, big strong runner that time, was able to pick up the first down. Second effort got him a few extra yards, too. Good run.
Jackson Turner, he's a senior, 6 foot 205. Your right guard's Gabe Silver, left tackle's Ben Krause, your center's J.T. Craddock. Left guard is Evan Plumley, and the right tackle's Chris Sampson. Coach Barker, he will substitute freely on both sides of the football on those lines. Here comes the inside handoff, and not much that time, maybe forward ahead a couple yards across the 35, second and long coming up.
Yeah, looks like number 65 getting up off the bottom of the pile there. Austin Hogg for Nitro. Nitro very big across that front five.
Nitro coached by Zach Davis in his third year with a record of 10 wins and 16 losses. No playoff appearances since 2007. Second down, 8. I formation from out of the gun. Here comes the give to Jackson Turner, and no push by the offensive line that time. Maybe a yard, third and long coming up. Pedro, what do you call it?
Well, the defense there, Isaac Sammons did a good job, the big man for Nitro, but here you're in a passing situation more than likely, or some kind of trick play, maybe a reverse.
3 carries right now, 21 yards for Jackson Turner. So third down long, you got 2 wideouts flankered to the far side, 2 near side. Man comes in motion. They run trips to the near side. Rows out. Dalton, plenty of time. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run it, and he's going to be short of the first down. Forced out of bounds at the 41. 4th and 3 now coming up.
Yeah, punting situation.
Well, I'm the.
But guess what? They're going to go for it.
Let's see if they're going to legitimately go for it or try to draw them off sides. Last night in the Beckley GW game, I saw Beckley jump off sides 7 times. I think this might be a situation in which they just might be trying to draw them. But I have known James Barker to be aggressive.
And they got it. They got exactly what they needed.
I don't think at Chapmanville was actually going to go for it. And just Dalton doing an excellent job of just barking out the signals, that hard count, Pedro. We've seen that so many times over the years.
Yes, sir. I'm saying the Riverboat Gambler. They were going for it all the way.
Nothing to lose.
That's right.
You just want to get a win. You're not going to make the playoffs in 2020. First down 10. The ball now moved up to the 46-yard line. I formation. 8 men in the box on defense. There's the give to the second back through, and
great
nice
run.
South running it over midfield. Good first down yardage, Pedro.
Yes, it was. Jacob Simon on the segment on the tackle again that time, but he was hanging on because he was able to get extra yardage after contact.
Turner, 4th time carrying the football today as he has 29 yards. Again, another I formation. There's a fullback belly dive, and it was met at the point of attack.
Nothing there.
Third down coming up.
I'm sure forward progress was behind the line of scrimmage, though, even though he fell forward. Yes.
What do you do right here on third down and about 2?
Well, to me, I liked the rollout last time. But, he tucked it, wasn't able to complete the pass.
It's probably going to be 4 down territory.
Yes.
Out of the gun. Witt in motion over the left behind the left tackle.
Overloaded left.
High snap. It's bobbled by Dalton. He's going to scramble, and he'll go down for a huge loss back on the other side of the 50-yard line.
All caused by the high snap. He couldn't throw the ball because there was a lineman 10 yards downfield, so they'll have to punt now.
Loss of 11 yards on that play. That just threw the timing off just a little bit. 4th down and 13. So Nitro has a punt return back at about the 26-yard line. It's going to be a line drive punt, and it's going to hit a Tiger around the 30-yard line. So the Wildcats will take over.
Colton Barker did a good job with the high snap there, was able to punt it, get a few yards.
Christopher Francisco unable to get his hands on that punt return for Nitro. Could get an attempt. 5th meeting between these two teams. Chapmanville is 4-0. So your defensive fronts, Evan Plumley, Nathan Walsh, Kobe Collins, and Elijah Stallings. Your linebackers, Josh Atwood, Caleb Witt, and Jackson Turner, and Lance Scott. And your corners are going to rotate a lot of people in and out. Keith Kennedy, Riley Ferguson, and Preston Smith. Trevor Lowe seems like he's been the signal caller for 20 years at Nitro. Over 600 yards passing on the year. He has a lot of athleticism. 1st down and 10. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time. And he's going to run up the gut. And that's what Lowe does. He's going to get up to the 40-yard line.
We got a penalty. 11. And let's see what the flag is. Face mask.
So
first penalty of the
extra
game.
Yards. Pedro, this is the first time we've seen these two teams play all season, but we are familiar with Trevor Lowe, where we used to broadcast Mingo Central. And Trevor Lowe, what he does, he just gets receivers out in space. He has a decent arm on him, but he can extend plays, and he can make things happen with these.
I have been able to listen to Chapmanville 2 or 3 times on the radio, and they've been in some of their games and just couldn't put it together for 4 quarters.
1st down and 10. There's a short pass, and it's going to be overthrown. The intended receiver was Udo. 2nd and long coming up.
Like Chaz Udo. Pass incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Robbie Mouse, and Zane Townsend from Tiger Stadium on Crowley Creek.
So good to see Robbie over there.
Udo, look at him. He's a leading receiver on this team as he was flankered to the bottom of your screen. Man in motion. Here comes an inside counter play and plenty of running room inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be Ethan Lacey.
That was an outstanding fake by the quarterback to the guy coming across and then handed it off, and outstanding run.
Here comes a instant replay right here. Nice cross buck. Nice blocking by the guard and, the tackles, and easily a 1st down. Gain of 18 yards. 1st and 10, the ball on the 37-yard line. Low, back to pass slant over the middle. It's going to be complete, wide open in that zone coverage. The completion is going to be made there by Chris Alawat. That's another 1st down.
They're knocking on the door inside the red zone.
As you saw right there, you just ran a slant in the middle of that zone right there. 1st down and 10. It's called the 17-yard line. High snap. Lowe is going to run himself up the gut. He's going to make a cut inside the 3, the 2, the 1. Tries to barrel his way into the end zone. He does for the Wildcats. Touchdown. On the quarterback keeper behind the right guard and right tackle. Nice blocking up front by Caleb Alawat, Paul Palmer, and Jacob Sigmund. As you saw it right here, just excellent blocking. And he also took Caleb Witt for a piggyback ride for like the final 3 to 4 yards into the end zone. So Nitro draws first blood. Tony Toledo, right-footed soccer-style kicker for the extra point attempt. It's a low line drive. It's through the uprights good. 6:47 to go in the quarter. Nitro 7, Chapmanville Regional nothing. This is Tiger football action on Video Productions presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln on 119 in Chapmanville, your full-service Ford Lincoln dealer. Go with Thornhill and expect the best in total value, service, and pricing on your next vehicle. Home of the Thornhill 10120, you'll get total support with Thornhill Ford Lincoln.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
And here comes the kickoff return for Chapmanville as that ball's really rode the last 10 to 15 yards to the kickoff returner. So the Tigers will have better field position. They'll get across the 25 where it'll be first down and 10. All right, so Nitro, what did you like on that first opening drive for the score?
Well, they were aided by that big 15-yard penalty, though, but they completed a couple passes, and Trevor Lowe did a couple nice runs, and, they was able to put points on the board. Important, 6:47 mark, 7-0.
James Barker, longtime assistant. He's still a young pup. I formation. Dalton under center. He's
wide open.
It's going to be a rollout, and like Pedro caught it wide open for the first down, breaking a tackle inside the 40, trying to stiff arm a defender, and out of bounds inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33, first and 10 for the Tigers. Reception made by Keith Kennedy.
Is that Kennedy or Stallings? Elijah Stallings, tight end.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
All right, Elijah Stallings, he was wide open. Quarterback did a good job putting it there.
As you see on the instant replay, I'm trying to figure up the yards. That's going to be 41 yards on that play. The Stallings, first down and 10. Here comes the inside handoff. Jackson Turner. You just got to get some positive yards. He was here at the 30. Watch that guy, 205 pounds, Drew. Fights for extra yardage, fights for an extra couple.
Well, he did a little juke step there, was able to right off the handoff and move to the right and was able to come back inside and picked up good yardage. Nice running back.
Chris Sampson, he's a 6'3", 370-pound senior offensive lineman. He was running over to his side. Second down, coming up, ball at the 28-yard line. Inside handoff to Turner again, right up the gut. He'll pick up some positive yardage. He'll be third down as they'll get the ball to the 25, about third down and 2.
Yeah, number 72 for Nitro did a good job there, able to bring him down.
They're just running behind Evan Plumley, 6 foot, 270-pound junior. We talked about Sampson. Also number 57, J.T. Craddock, 6 foot, 310, a junior. Got a big offensive line.
2 down territory. Big play right here.
And here comes the quarterback keeper. And look at Dalton go. He's inside the 10, the 5. Can he stay in bounds? Out of bounds. First to go at the 4-yard line.
Just a great run by the quarterback that time. A nice fake to pick up a few extra yards.
19-yard scamper there for Dalton.
Little play action type maneuver and was able to keep the ball.
And he faked the pass to the safety valve, Preston Smith, and that was able to get him a few extra yards as well. So they're going to put it first and go at the 5. It's a run of 18 yards.
Got the big tight end Stallings back in there for blocking purposes possibly. I formation.
Hand off to Turner, and what a block by Sampson as
he's close.
He's going to get down to about the 1-yard line. Sampson with a good block, and Gabe Silva. Silva is a 5'10", 265 sophomore. Pedro, I like his power running game, his drive.
Yes, sir. Mixing it with pass and run.
Let's see if they'll do the quarterback sneak right here. Straight handoff, Turner, touchdown, Sampson. And also J.T. Craddock with the seal blocks on the right side. And just like that, the Tigers have responded.
Was that Fred Miller with the touchdown, number 18? Freshman running back?
No, that's Jackson Turner.
Okay, number 19 with the run.
So touchdown there for the Tigers. And here comes the extra point attempt coming up. Kick is, let's see, they're going to fake it, they're going to pass it, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion is good. That's going to go from Jeremy Browning.
That is a very nice play.
And the 2-point conversion is good. Nice call there by James Barker.
Both of them open.
Tigers on top, 8-7. We'll return on Video Productions. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center. And Atwood is going to kick off as Udo, number 10, also in the middle for Nitro, number 23, Ethan Lacey. And over on the far side is going to be Christopher Francisco. Going to be a short kick. It's going to get to Udo at the 24-yard line. And good pursuit there for the Tigers. That's going to be Jeremy Browning. But, partner, that was a good answer there by the Tigers offense.
Yes, it was about a 7-play drive, mixing the pass with the run, and then the quarterback did a good job on that fake pass, and they were able to get a TD.
So far, Jackson Turner, 8 carries, 41 yards and a touchdown, but also Brody Dalton had a 41-yard completion on that drive as well.
I like the tight end. He was able to do a lot of blocking and also bring in a nice pass that time for Chapmanville.
Well, let's see if Daniel Atwood, number 71, he's a freshman, 6 foot 250 on that down line right there. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can get some penetration. First down and 10. Ball to 29-yard line, and we got a whistle. As you see Jones, number 90, for the Tigers in. His dad, a Logan High great, Lee Jones.
Is that right?
He's going to be a good one.
Is he an underclassman?
Yes. 4:01 to go in the quarter, and the Tigers have a 1-point lead.
Very stout front four there for Chapmanville.
Low back to pass. He's being pressured. He's extending the play. He's going to be forced out of bounds, and that was just good pursuit by everyone over there. Sampson was pressuring from the backside. Also, you had Hunter Lambert, who actually forced Low out of bounds.
All right, big play right here.
That was good coverage on the back end of the defense.
Yes, they did a good job, too. Didn't lose contain, was able to push him out of bounds.
Second down, 15. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. Man in motion, that's Chris Alawat. Here comes the inside handoff. Very little running room that time. That was Ethan Lacey, third and long coming
Daniel
out.
Atwood with a stop, another freshman defensive tackle there for Chapmanville.
So third down and long. Third down and 11. This is big money down for the Chapmanville
Yes,
defense.
it is. Still 3:25 remaining. 8-7, home team ahead.
Low back to pass. They're looking for Udo deep over the middle and through between two defenders. It's going to be incomplete. Udo said, hey, you hit me just a little bit too high. For Chapmanville, that was number 2 on the coverage, Preston Smith.
That pass was into triple coverage, and it's a good thing it was high or it would have been picked off. Nice stop for Chapmanville.
Here comes Preston Smith as he stands back at his own 30-yard line.
If I'm Chapmanville, I'm putting a little bit of pressure on this punter here.
Lowe, the quarterback, he will be the punter. High end over end kick. It's taken down at the 38-yard line by Smith. Good pursuit, and we have a penalty flag. Making the play for the Wildcats was Christopher Francisco. Did you see anything right there?
I'm not sure if it was a face mask call, but the way he threw the flag looked like he may have picked up an illegal block.
Glad to see George Barker today, the old coach. He was my junior high teacher at Old Logan East, athletic director. He longtime fixture in athletics in Logan County, head coach at Logan and Chapmanville Regional High School, and Coach Barker with 70 wins and 6 playoff appearances in his coaching career, and his son now has taken over the reins, but it's been in the family. Shaq Barker also
he passes the torch, but you still keep a little eye on the situation. That's the old school Barker family. I loved them from back in the day.
First down and 10, the ball at the 23-yard line. Comes the handoff this time to the second back through. And again, just moving the yardage that time. That's Fred Miller that time who got the carry. It's his first carry of the game. He's an underclassman. And Pedro, that's what the Tigers need to do right here. Just 5-6 yards a clip.
Yes, they do. Still early in the first quarter, or late in the first quarter.
Second down. Ball at the 28-yard line. Second down and 5. You got 4 wide, 2 to each side. Back to pass is Dalton. He's going to go deep. He's got a man out there. It's caught. It's a foot race to the end zone. Can he get there? Preston Smith. And he's tripped up and he's tackled at the 1-yard line as Preston Smith was tripped up at the last second.
Chris Olawat was able to make a shoestring tackle. He dove and they'll be on the 2.
Preston Smith was behind everybody. And, again, just got tripped up, and they spot him down at the 2-yard line.
Outstanding throw by this young quarterback for Chapmanville.
70 yards on the completion. 2 of 2 passing for 111 yards. First and goal from the 2-yard line. There's the give. Jackson Turner, touchdown, Tigers. Sampson and company just doing their job. And I tell you, I like this downhill power run attack for Chapman.
Yes, they've done a good job. Great pass by the quarterback to set up this touchdown.
70-yard completion to Preston Smith. I like how James Barker's mixing up with the power run attack, also with the spread. And now they'll go for the straight 2-point conversion. Turner is in the backfield. There's a fake. Dalton throws back in the end zone. It's tipped in, incomplete.
Yeah, good defense that time.
1:49 remaining in the quarter. Tigers on top 14-7. This is Tiger Football Video Productions. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln on 119 in Chapmanville, your full-service Ford Lincoln dealer. Go with Thornhill and expect the best in total value, service, and pricing on your next vehicle. Home of the Thornhill 10120, you'll get total support with Thornhill Ford Lincoln.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
It's Saturday afternoon, high school football in southern West Virginia. Atwood's kick. Udo takes it at the 24-yard line. He's going to try to juke and jive down this far or near sideline, and good job staying at home. Very little kickoff return coming up on the play is going to be Jeremy Browning. All right, Drew, so Chapmanville was stymied on their first drive. Nitro scored with these on their opening drive, and then Chapmanville, the last two series they have scored, and their defense had a big 3-and-out. So a little bit of momentum swing right now.
A little bit of momentum swing, and the defense must continue to play well.
First down 10, the ball at the 34-yard line. Overloading the right side of that line a little bit. Lowe is going to try to run over the right side. He breaks containment, and that's what Trevor Lowe does, as he's going to fight his way for a gain of 7 or 8 yards, and then you're going to have an extra 15 yards tacked on because of a personal foul.
Well, I kind of disagree with that call because you got a crew of them going out of bounds together, and you can't stop at the exact sideline.
Yeah, we see it on the replay right here, Pedro. And again, it was just I don't think there was anything malicious on that hit.
No.
That was going out of bounds, and he was just continuing with the tackle.
It's kind of like a Nitro player continued to go with them too, blocking, pushing them out of bounds.
Nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 10, and the Wildcats are back in the Tigers' side of the field. The ball at the 43-yard line. Coming up at the half, we'll run down some scores for you from last night throughout the Mountain State of West Virginia. Coaches will be stressing today. Here comes Lacey, and I think we're going to have a hold by the right tackle. They'll bring that. That will bring that play back.
And I would never say a make-up call, but you can sure kind of obvious over there on the side.
I tell you, today is Saturday, and it's going to be a stressful day. You can debate what Logan County will be next week. Chapmanville Regional is supposed to play Mingo Central. That's not going to happen. The Mingo County's in the red. I don't think that Tug Valley and Mingo Central will probably play again this year. That's my personal opinion.
Tug Valley's in dire straits also.
I can't tell you that if Logan County's gold, Chapmanville's already got an opponent in place for next week. I'm just sworn to secrecy. I don't want my old teacher to kill me. 1st and 20, the ball back to the 47-yard line. Little fake cross buck, and the quarterback's going to keep it himself. He'll get that penalty yardage back and more.
Yeah, just a nice handoff. You faked the ball and was able to go right up the middle after the fake handoff.
Stallings on the tackle.
And it is a big homecoming day for Marshall today. Very unusual virtual homecoming.
Evan Casto also on the block was Caleb Alawat. 2nd down, 7. The ball on the Chapmanville 40-yard line. They'll pick up a 13 there by Lowe. Man in motion. Straight handoff this time to Lacey, and Lacey just moves the pile. That's just strength right there. That's just the offensive line just out muscling Chapmanville's down linemen right now.
Yeah, they're kind of looking at the handoff, and it's freezing them, and then instead of, pushing forward and then allowing him to get the extra yards.
That's now 3 carries, 27 yards for Ethan Lacey. That's the end of one round in this one from Tiger Stadium on Crawley Creek. Chapmanville with the lead, 14-7. We'll return Tiger football action. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center on Video Productions.
These uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
It's a favorite Chapmanville. And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger. Robbie Mouse, Zane Townsend with you. The Tigers lead at the end of one quarter, 14-7 so far. Total offense, 169 for the Tigers, 82 for Nitro. Chapmanville, 58 yards on the ground, 43 of those by Jackson Turner, 111 through the air. Dalton 2 of 2 for 111 yards.
And a very entertaining first quarter by both teams.
Third down and 3, the ball at the 36-yard line. Trevor Lowe looks over at his sideline. Ethan Lacey is the lone setback. They have a fullback, extra blocker behind the right guard and tackle. Quarterback's going to keep it, go that way, and it is going to be a first down. As they move that time, Pedro, they moved a fullback over to that right side behind the guard and tackle, and that's where they went, and Lowe with his legs got the first down.
And Hunter Lambert was on the tackle there, senior linebacker for Chapmanville.
Gain of 6, only needed 3. First and 10, the ball at the 30-yard line. Nitro knocking at the door. 43 yards rushing for the quarterback, Trevor Lowe. Man in motion, that's going to be Alawatz. There's a handoff to Lacey up the gut, and just like Chapmanville's been doing, Nitro's establishing their power run game.
And Josh Atwood met him there, but he was picked up a few yards, at least 5.
Partner, what does a little bit of motion do for an offense against a defense?
Well, they keep bringing that guy in motion and faking a handoff to him. They're going to give it to him eventually.
Second down, 5. Parsons, number 32, he is that extra blocker on the left side. Let's see if they'll go to the quarterback. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to look left. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run right. Nothing there. Fred Miller pushes him out of bounds. Nice coverage by the back end of that Tiger defense, led by number 12, Keith Kennedy, a junior. Third down coming up.
Yeah, the quarterback confused his own teammates there when he didn't release the ball early, and then he pulled it back in and had to scramble to get to the line of scrimmage.
Wholesale substitutions, Daniel Atwood, number 71. Jones out there as a down lineman as well, getting some fresh bodies. Third down, 6. And here comes the straight handoff to Lacey that time. He'll pick up a few. He's shy of the first down. Fourth down coming out for the Wildcats.
Outstanding stop. Hunter Lambert there. He met him right at the line of scrimmage and was able to pick up 1 yard.
Fourth down and 3 from the 23-yard line. Let's see. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but what side is Trevor Lowe going to run on? I think number 7 will keep it himself.
And will he bring a man in motion?
They're overloading the right. Watch the run, quarterback run to the right side. He's trying to draw the Tigers' defense offside.
Middle linebacker Lambert trying to step in there and knock him down.
Perkins, that extra blocker. Another going to pass. It's going to be a fade to Udo. He overthrows, and I think we're going to have defensive holding on Chapmanville.
Unbelievable.
Boy, I'm surprised.
It was a long overthrow.
I'm surprised that they put the ball through the air right there, really. Here's the replay right here. And Pedro, I think that one of the corners,
grabbed him by the arm.
Keith Kennedy. Robbie Mouse does an excellent job with these replays. We're not out in the elements, though. Zane Townsend on the camera. And that's the Salvation Army first down. Just give it away.
Now, I like that move, Salvation Army, Joe. Come on. All right.
First down, 10 now for Nitro. The ball on the 15-yard line. Parsons still that extra blocker behind the right guard as he's positioned behind number 72. That's Alawatz. There's the quarterback keeper that time, Trevor Lowe. Now, I thought that was going to be the play that they would run on fourth down. And, again, that play for more often times than not, Pedro, has been quite successful.
Looked like Atwood was on the stop again.
How's that play been successful so far?
Well, he's such a big quarterback, and he's able to fake the handoffs, and he just follows those big linemen.
Second down.
He does a good job running the football.
Second down, 5. The ball at the Chapmanville Regional 10-yard line. Handoff to Lacey. Lacey's going to get yardage. She's going to get the first down.
And did the whistle blow, or did he fumble before he hit the ground? Yes, big play by Chapmanville. Let's see the replay, Joe.
The ball came out. Again, Lacey had the first down inside the 5, and Chapmanville was just stripping the ball away, and yes, it was stripped away. Couldn't get the number on the Tiger defender, but a nice takeaway there by the Tigers defense.
And a last-minute stop, too. They was able to stop them inside the 10-yard line.
First down, 10, ball at the 7-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the half. Back to passes. Dalton's got a man wide open. It's caught. How much speed does he have? Inside the 40-yard line. Tries to shove a defender off 3 times. Gets some extra yardage. He's all the way down to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Elijah Stallings. Robbie Mouse is going to dial up the replay on this one, but what a physical run after the catch, getting the yak yards there, Dro.
Yes, Frisco was able to hang in there and bring him down.
Just watch this. I mean, he knows it's not going to be a foot race. He knows he's not going to win it. It's Stallings. He just says, hey, get off of me 2 or 3 times. Watch the sideline, man. They're just sitting there just jumping up and down.
10 extra yards after contact by Frisco. Francisco, whatever.
62 yards to Stallings. He has 2 catches for 103 yards in this game.
Young quarterback stepping up today and putting the ball on the spot.
First down and 10, the ball at the Nitro 25-yard line. Inside hand, or no, the quarterback's going to keep it himself. That's Dalton. Nice job of taking it out of the stomach of Caleb Witt and goes behind the right tackle that time. Got out there on the edge for some yardage.
And if you notice, Joe, as he rolled out to the right, he acted like he was going to pitch it out to the outside, but he kept the football. Great run by the quarterback.
And
great
this
call.
is a very, very young Chapmanville regional team. Dalton is only a sophomore, 6'4". Second down 2. 17-yard line. Dalton's going to hand it off this time. Nice blocking by that Chapmanville offensive line. First down, Caleb Witt.
Yeah, big number 79 for Chapmanville. Chris Sampson, senior lineman, was able to deliver a crushing block to 2 players.
I went to grade school, junior high, and high school with his mama.
Oh, all right. That's a good one.
Gain of 8. First down and goal. Protecting that football. Again, behind that right side of the line is going to be Caleb Witt.
Another sophomore running back. A lot of young talent for Chapmanville, Joe.
I'm going to get out there and try to run a couple of yards. Behind that big offensive line, I'm fat and slow at 48 years of age. I might be able to get 6 feet for 2 yards. Second down and goal. Handoff again, and nothing there. Breaking the point of attack and tackling Witt that time for Nitro was
65.
Was 65 was Ashton Hogg. Also Parsons.
All right, big play right here. Look for Turner.
Chapmanville on top, 14-7, under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Turner's dotting the I. There's the handoff to him. No push. And Turner that time just has to fall forward down to the 2-yard line. Fourth down and goal. What do you call right here?
Well, you may have a lead back leading him through the hole. You give it to Turner.
Fourth down and goal.
Got a lead blocker.
They're going to go over to the left side. Touchdown, Chapmanville Regional. And the main block that time was Ben Krause, number 55, the 6 foot, 280-pound junior. Also, the fullback was out there, Caleb Witt, number 1.
Yeah, they did an I formation, a nice play.
And look at 55. That was the key block. Witt was out there, the fullback as well, the lead. And that,
good play,
and that was the reason why that Turner scored his 3rd rushing touchdown of this ball game. Tigers will go for a 2-point conversion attempt. Dalton rows out far side. He's looking. He's going to tuck. He's going to run. He tries to get the ball across the pylon, and he's in for the 2-point conversion attempt. 6:06 to go in the half. Tigers extend that lead 22-7. We'll return. It's Tiger football action on Video Productions presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Here's the stats for you. Quarterback Brody Dalton for the Tigers, 3 of 3 passing for 173 yards. As Elijah Stallings, you see that 2-point conversion attempt as Dalton just puts and reaches the football across the pylon for the 2-point conversion by Elijah Stallings. 2 catches in this game for 103 yards. Jackson Turner, 11 carries, 47 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. There's a squib kick recovered by the Wildcats, so Nitro now trying to get off the snide as they have allowed Chapmanville 22 unanswered points.
And I think Dalton has done a really good job of mixing it up today, Joe, and he's a 6'4", sophomore. A lot of potential.
I tell you, James Barker is a very young football coach. I mean, I've known him since he's been a little kid. He's now a grown man, and he has enthusiasm. He loves football. He loves his program. He has a lot of talent. And I tell you, it's been a little while since the Tigers have went to the playoffs, but James Barker, I think the future looks bright here on Crowley
Creek. And he's surrounded by a lot of assistant coaches, Bo Barker, George Barker, Zach Belcher, Larry Dingus, David Williamson, and Travis Belcher.
First down, 10, the ball at the 48-yard line. There's a pass, Udo, over the middle. That's a completion of 12 yards, first down.
You know, you get behind 22-7, and you're going to have to start putting the football in the air, but Chapmanville was able to drive 93 yards after the fumble strip.
I tell you, you're really close with the Belcher boys, but also another Chapmanville diehard fan. I tell you what, he's Larry Coffindaffer. I tell you,
I miss Larry.
Away. I do
miss
too.
Larry.
I mean, he was a asset to this community, big time supporter of Chapmanville athletics. I've known him since I was a little kid, and we all miss Larry. And condolences again, thoughts and prayers goes out to his family. First down, 10, the ball at the 40-yard line. Lacey, he got slowed down there by the motion receiver, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. But getting in his way that time was Francisco.
Yeah, he had a lot of hesitation there on the handoff and was not able to pick up as much, only 3 yards. Yeah, you have to be surrounded by good assistant coaches, and Barker's done a great job of putting together a nice coaching team for Chapmanville.
Second down, 6, the ball at the 36-yard line. Lowe looking to pass over the middle. It's going to be batted and nearly intercepted.
First touching was Josh Atwood.
And Lance Scott nearly came up with the interception.
Yes, there's the replay.
He telegraphed that one. He looked at the receiver all the way.
Good hands.
Almost got the tip drill that time. Just unable to haul it in was Lance Scott, the senior.
Well, defense needs to step up here. 2 more downs. It's 3rd and 6, 2 down territory.
2 of 5 passing right now is Lowe for 30 yards. But he just eyeballed the receiver all the way through. Francisco in motion. He's going to be an extra blocker for Lowe, and Lowe is going to be shy of the first down. It'll be 4th down coming up for the Nitro Wildcats. Again, Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Robbie Mounts, and Zane Townsend here from Tiger Stadium. We'd like to thank Butch Mounts for Allowing Pedro and I to broadcast today.
Yeah. Thank you, Butch.
4th down and 2 now. Big stop here for Chapmanville if they can do it. Clogging up that defensive line is Nathan Walsh, 6'1", 345. Low out of the gun. He looks. He's got a man over the middle, Udo. He completes for the first down. He breaks 4 or 5 tackles and gets 10 extra yards on the Yak.
Yeah, good job by the big end for Nitro, number 10, Udo.
I tell you, he's a little bit careless with the football. You have a chance of stripping as he's carrying that football like a bread basket that time, pickup of 18 yards. So, maybe keep an eye on that. First down 10, the ball at the Tigers' 16-yard line. Nitro trailing by 15. Lacey on a lead block. Cutting it to the near sideline, though, is Lowe, and Lowe is going to be finally forced out of bounds. But I tell you, he just changes directions.
And not only that, Joe, he was able to fight off 2 defenders there with his strength and ability to run the football.
Pick up a 9 yards. He has 58 yards rushing so far in this first half.
He can pick up a first down inside the 10.
Well, the Tigers' defense forced a turnover on the last series. Ethan Lacey's in the backfield. Going to hand off to him. Nice seal blocking and a touchdown. Pedro, give kudos to the blockers. That's Scott Wastel and also Ashton Hall, 63 and 65.
Ethan Lacey scores the TD.
But look, those blocking by those 2 guys, and then he just powers his way the extra 3 yards. We're seeing a lot of Big Daddy power football running here in this first half. So here comes the point after by Tony Toledo. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. Tigers still have the lead, 22-14, 3:55 to go in the half. Tiger Football Video Productions is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Ethan Lacey with the touchdown run. His first of the game, and now the Chapmanville lead down to 8, 22-14, 3:55 remaining in the half. And it's going to be brought down at the 12. And I tell you what, there's nowhere near him for 25 yards, but it's all going to be coming back. There's a penalty flag. As Preston Smith,
I did not see a clip. I thought he blocked high. Let's see it on the replay.
I'll let you look at the replay. I'm getting my jacket.
It does not look like it. All right, here's the return.
I can't believe that.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. The big man on the backside. I thought he was calling on the front man. And he had nothing to do with the play either. So, it's about the 4th major penalty on Chapmanville.
Yeah, that wipes out a lot of field position.
Yeah. All right, a lot of time. 3:44 remaining, first half. Very exciting game today.
Logan traveling to Nicholas County, taking on the Lumberjacks of Ridgewood coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. Maybe we can talk Bush going to Ridgewood. Robbie's saying, no, don't you dare. First down 10, the ball to 24-yard line. Back to pass. Dalton, he's going to dial one up. He's got a man deep. It's caught It's a foot race to the end zone, and there's a touchdown saving tackle there by Chris Alawat. The reception made by Preston Smith.
I don't know if this is a coming out party for this quarterback, Joe, but I am so impressed with number 14.
And we got a penalty flag, it looks like. Yes, we do. Back at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my goodness. So would that be coming back? But Brody Dalton is putting on a show.
Ineligible receiver down the field.
Oh, my goodness.
Define ineligible receiver down the field.
Well, one of your linemen accidentally gets too many yards downfield. You have a certain area there that you have to maintain. And, back on the replay, you might be able to pick it up. I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what we need to do. James Barker might need to dial that play up again because Preston Smith, and they're burning these DBs at will right now. So the ball's back at the 19-yard line. Going backwards.
Terrible play.
1st and 15.
Terrible call, that is, on the defense.
Dalton.
Offense, man.
It's press coverage again. Here comes the screen. It's complete. Nice call by Barker. And getting out of the tackles that time is going to be Preston Smith. He's still on his feet.
Now, that should be a penalty there out of bounds on that hit, but they didn't call it.
But Caleb Witt, number 1, on that reception.
That was one heck of a play right there. Picking up a lot of yardage.
I mean, look at that. He caught the ball at the 23-yard line.
Now, watch this hit out of bounds.
1 missed tackle. 2 missed tackles.
He's
I understand. 22 yards. Back to passes Dalton. Plenty of time. And now he's going to have to scramble for his life. He's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. That's going to be the first incomplete pass of the game there for Brody Dalton.
He was close to being past the line of scrimmage, too. All right, 3:14 remaining.
Udo nearly got him. Tigers have all 3 timeouts remaining. So really, anything play call wise is still left in play.
Yes, it is.
I saw so many counter traps last night at Van Meter Stadium between GW and Beckley. Let's see if we'll see one of those today. Man in motion, Fred Miller. Rolling out to that far side. And it's going to be intercepted by Udo. Udo's going to go back the other way. It's going to be a pick 6. And just like that, Nitro is a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up.
Just a tough break there on the throw.
Let's see the replay here. Udo just released off the block. He read it to perfection, and he took it back the other way.
What a play. But they'll have to go for 2 to tie it up, or they're going to kick it.
Jacob Topping was blocking that time, and Udo shed the block of the receiver, jumped the route, and made the interception and goes back the other way. So in a matter of 52 seconds, Nitro scores back-to-back touchdowns.
They're kicking the extra point.
And it's good. 3:03 left to go in the half. It's a 1-point game. Tigers still on top. Tigers football. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center on Video Productions. And this one's turning into a shootout here on Crawley Creek. The Tigers lead now down to 1. And cutting up the middle. And again, a nice hole in special teams. Preston Smith out across the 45-yard line.
Preston was running with no fear, and Chapmanville picks up a penalty after the play, and coach is going to have a little curb conference with his player here. So unnecessary for that block.
Yeah, James Barker giving some
a little curb conference there with his athlete.
And penalties, I tell you, it's starting to mount up on the Tigers here. Again, nice kickoff return, and then from behind, just pushed him from behind. 5
major penalties there, and 2 have been on offense, and 3 of them have been on defense.
Yeah, Jeremy Browning with that one. And that's not a freshman making that mistake. That's a junior. That's an upperclassman. First down and 10. The ball's at the 34-yard line. 2:54 remaining in the half. Still Chapmanville with all 3 timeouts remaining. High snap. Dalton's going to keep it himself, and very little running room. Trevor Lowe, the counterpart quarterback playing both sides of the football, came up to make the tackle.
Did that surprise you, though, Nitro not going for the tying extra point?
No,
even though they have an outstanding kicker.
No, because they're not chasing points. It's too early in the game to chase points right now. Most teams would have. Second down, 8. You haven't seen the run game in a little bit, but time's a little bit of a factor. There's the inside handoff that time to Caleb Witt. And Witt's going to fight the pile, but it's going to be third down situation coming up.
Very strong run.
Timeout Nitro, 2:10 remaining in the half. We'll take it as well. Tiger Football Video Productions. It is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In these uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
Nitro burning one of those 3 timeouts, trying to get the football back if they get a stop here, third down and 3. Straight handoff this time to the running back, and it's going to be a 4th down decision times for James Barker.
They call another timeout.
And we'll keep it right here. So with that carry that time was Caleb Witt. It's decision time. It's 4th down in a yard. If you're James Barker, what do you do?
I think I go for it. 22-21, 2:02 remaining, first half. We've had an exciting game up to this point.
And I tell you, with that offensive line, the odds of you gaining 1 yard with that mammoth offensive line, it's high.
Well, you may be able to pick it up with a quarterback sneak. If you risk the handoff, you're a little bit deeper, and he has to get a little bit more yardage. So, big call.
Tell you what,
that's why they get the big pay, Joe.
I tell you what, last night on Video Productions from Van Meter Stadium, GW opened up a 45-14 lead on Beckley.
So was Alexander the real deal?
And
was that the quarterback for GW?
Yeah, he's all right, but they threw a couple picks late in the game in the red zone. Kenyon Cook, number 6, remember him? He picked off both of them. Maddox McMillan, their quarterback for Beckley, only had 57 yards passing in the first half, finished with 366, a school record. And Beckley had a chance to tie the game at the end of going with a game-tying field goal. It was wide left.
We're going for it. The Riverboat Gambler, I do believe.
And GW escapes Van Meter Stadium last night, 45-42.
Yes. Where'd this extra player come from?
I like the call. It's an I formation. Oh, they jumped.
They didn't jump off, though.
Yeah, the defensive end got back. Linebackers coming up the middle. They're looking over the sideline for the play call. Timeout. Timeout on the field will return. It's Tiger Football Video Productions. It's presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs.
4th down and 1, Pedro. Do you try to set something up on the edge?
I want this first down if I'm Chapmanville. Quarterback sneak.
Handoff. Fred Miller.
He's got it.
And Miller's got the first down.
And he used that lead back. Rolled outside and had the lead back, giving him an extra block. Good call by Barker. And the offensive line did a great job.
Ben Krause, the lead block.
All right.
So the clock now under 2 minutes. Tigers, they have 2 timeouts remaining. They're up 1. Now you got to go in a hurry up. I formation. Maybe watch play action pass. No, there's a straight handoff to Miller. Miller's going to try to cut, and he is going to get some yardage, and he's forced out of bounds. That will stop the clock.
Nice run by the little man.
Gain of 8, but he got out of bounds to preserve that final, one of their 2 final timeouts, 1:32 remaining.
Yeah, Miller's a freshman running back, 5'10", 150 pounds, soaking wet. So
3 carries,
nice
19 yards for Fred Miller.
All right, you still have to have confidence in your quarterback, though, to put the ball where it needs to be.
2nd down 2, the ball at the 46-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining for the Tigers. Handoff Miller, and Miller is going to be maybe right at the first down marker. It looks like that second surge by Miller is going to let him have the first down.
Yes. If not, stop there. He's motioning.
Yeah, he's got it. Clock stops momentarily as they reset the chains.
Little freshman running back doing a good job.
1:20 remaining. Back to pass is Dalton. Looks. Nobody open. He's going to haul it out there, and it is intercepted by Lacey. Ethan Lacey with another interception inside the 35-yard line, and you look like you could have a face mask on Chapmanville.
Yeah, he tried to force that one in coverage, and it kind of hurt him that time.
So Dalton, who was 4 for 4 on his first 4 throws, and 195 yards, has thrown 2 interceptions on his last 3, as he just threw that one into double coverage that time, and receiver fell down.
Trying to make it happen.
So it's going to be a block in the back on Nitro.
But that's a lot of time for Nitro, 109.
They have 1 timeout remaining. And their main weapon, number 10, Udo, at the top of the screen.
Keep an eye on him.
Defending him is number 12, Keith Kennedy. But they're going to bracket as the free safety's over on that side. Circle screen to Udo, and you have a penalty flag. Looks like going to be a hold on the Wildcats.
That may bring it back. Yes, it is. But you still have to keep an eye out for Udo.
If you're the Tigers, you don't want to get beat deep. Yep, there's a block in the back by one of those receivers.
Thank you, video replay.
Yeah, Robbie, I tell you, he's got it going up here.
Robbie and I go back a long way.
Free safety, Preston Smith, the junior, number 2. You just don't want to get beat deep here. 1st and 17. There's the handoff to Lacey. Lacey will pick up about 3. That's it. What a half of action.
Yes, it is. 45 seconds remaining. I'm sure they're going to put it upstairs one more time.
Nitro jumped out on top 7-0, and then Chapmanville took an 8-7 lead, and Chapmanville scored 22 unanswered. And there's a slant pass, and it's going to be dropped there by Udo at the 45-yard line.
If I'm Chapmanville, I slip me one extra defensive back to stay back deep.
Hunter Lambert, 28, on the coverage. 3 of 7 passing in the game, 48 yards is Hunter Lowe.
Yeah, it looked like they got Preston Smith as a safety valve here, back deep.
Is it too early for a hook and lateral?
It may never be too early for that play. Old-fashioned, old school.
Haiti Ford at Tug Valley, that's how they beat James Monroe, was on that hook and lateral. Trevor Lowe's going to keep it himself. Staying at home was the defense. Gain of 2.
26 seconds. 23. Timeout.
Right. We'll keep it right here. Ryan Chapman on that tackle. All right, so the Tigers, I tell you, they got a few seniors on this team, but mainly they have a lot of underclassmen. As I call him Little Barker, but Coach Barker, he wants to bring back the black attack. Mickey Brown, remember Mickey Brown, longtime coach from 1985 to 1998, 85 wins. He's the all-time winningest coach in Chapmanville Regional Football history. Back-to-back perfect seasons in 1985 and 1986. He lost in the playoffs to Tucker County and Winfield, 2 playoff games by a total of only 3 points.
Unbelievable.
But I remember Mickey Brown, Coach Brown, he had it going here.
Good history.
In Tigerville. You know, Chapmanville, they still have man to play on the season. You know, man leads that series 29-14-1. I'm going to ask you a question at the half about maybe a rival, you know, the main rivalry in football for Chapmanville Regional. I'll give my opinion, but I love when you and I hook up because we have difference of opinions.
Yeah.
4th down. Lowe's going to punt it. High end over end kick. Fair catch is called for, but everybody's got to get out of the way. Fred Miller picks it up at the 29-yard line. He has the ball stripped, and Nitro has it.
That's why you let that clock run out.
Nitro's got a chance with 7.2 seconds.
It's going to be a long one right over the middle.
Well, this is the fair catch was called by the punt returner, but he never fielded it. And then Fred Miller,
freshman mistake,
picks it up at the 30, running up the field, and it's knocked out of his hands there by Noah Gunner. And recovered by Gunner as well.
All right, you got to be smart here on defense. All right, Zach Belcher, you better call something here, buddy. Keep them in line, or you will eat crow tonight.
35-yard line. Udo flankered up top. Back to pass. Lowe's looking at Udo's way, but he's being pressured. Lowe's going to have to run it out of bounds at the buzzer, but hopefully we can get a replay because I tell you what, if it wasn't for the pressure, Udo was open for the touchdown.
Yeah.
The pressure of Chapmanville Regional's defense that time saved the touchdown because Udo was getting to be wide open right there, and that was the pressure by number 42, Elijah Stallings. Elijah Stallings just saved the Tigers a go-ahead touchdown by Nitro because Udo
was open.
did an extra hitch on the post pattern, and he got open as the safety bid on it. But nevertheless, Chapmanville Regional has a 1-point lead at the half, but again, Elijah Stallings' pressure, the senior, 6'4", 240, his pressure on the quarterback, that was the play that time. The reason why that Trevor Lowe was unable to try to hook up with Udo for the go-ahead touchdown at the half. Your score at the end of one half of play from Tiger Stadium, Chapmanville 22, Nitro 21. Chapmanville Regional Tiger football action on Video Productions is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
All right.
In these uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Chapmanville Regional Tiger football action on Video Productions. Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Robbie Mouse, and Zane Townsend with you as the Chapmanville Regional Tiger Marching Band performing here at the half. Halftime score 22-21. Tigers leading the Wildcats. And let's take a look at some scores from across West Virginia from last night. Dro, I'll begin in Class AAA, as it was a battle of 2 top 10 teams in Harrison County, and number 8 Spring Valley, they imposed their will to go to 4-1 as they hammered second-ranked Bridgeport 35-10.
And not only that, Joe, the big score there last night was that game that you did was amazing, but South Charleston had a big win.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, Spring Valley with a 35-10 victory over Bridgeport. You talk about the South Charleston win. They defeat back on Monday St. Albans 56-7. Coming up today, St. Albans and Riverside. How about Parkersburg last night? Number 13 in AAA, they defeat number 10 John Marshall 54-14.
They're coming on having a good season also. They'll be there.
The Princeton Tigers earned their 4th win of the season as they hammered Lincoln County 54-14.
And a good season for Princeton so far, Joe.
You know, getting back to Spring Valley just for a second, the map of colors come out today at 5 o'clock, but Wayne County has been orange all week long. So it looks like Spring Valley will get a week off next week.
That's interesting.
You know, and to qualify for the playoffs, you have to have 4 games. But here's the thing. If you make the playoffs and if your county is in orange or red, you're automatically eliminated. Spring Valley is a state championship caliber team in AAA. And, you know, there's a danger down the road that if, you know, there's an outbreak in Wayne County right now that if they can't get their numbers back in line before the playoffs in a couple of weeks, they may be eliminated.
If they eliminate those, well, they pick the teams for the playoffs, and then if somebody's bumped out due to colors, does that mean someone else comes in that hasn't been in?
No. It's the top 6. As of right now, it's the top 16. If you can't play because of COVID, you're eliminated. It's number 16 Washington. They lose to Jefferson 32-29. Capital back on Monday defeated Riverside 30-6. The Cougars are out for 2 weeks because of COVID.
Their season's over.
Morgantown puts up 61 on Lindsley as the Mohicans defeat Lindsley 61-40. University hammers Preston 42-9. And the game that I was at last night, GW, Beckley, Woodrow, Wilson. GW goes to 2-1 with a 45-42 victory. You'd think, well, that was a close game throughout. It wasn't. It was 14-14. Then GW went on a major run. They had a 45-14 lead with 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Most teams, especially when you're one for the season and have a young team, they'll pack it in and you'll see run a clock. But Woodrow Wilson, they just kept on fighting back.
Well, I was surprised at that score because I did see it when it was lopsided in the third.
So again, that was AAA last night. AA back on Mondays. Number 1, Sissonville defeated Nitro 69-26. Number 2, Frankfort. They defeat the Huskies of North Marion 36-19 in a battle of top 6 teams. How about the Bluefield Beavers? They get back on track as they knock off number 12 Oak Hill in AAA 35-9.
Well, they pick up some points because Oak Hill is AAA.
Freddie Simon, I tell you, his team, we've seen them one time this year. They are poised perhaps going back to Wheeling Allen Stadium for the 4th consecutive
And they
year.
also lost that one game on the road, too.
Number 7 in AA Kaiser hooked up with number 7 in single A Petersburg, and it was Kaiser getting the best of Petersburg 62-26.
And what did you say about Fairmont? You know where they're coming from.
Fairmont, 45-0 victories over Lewis County. How about Clay County? 6-1 on the year. They hammered Ravenswood 63-7.
And if I'm not mistaken, they have an outstanding quarterback there at Clay County.
RCB goes to 5-2 on the year. 9th-ranked Eagles, they defeat Grafton 21-14.
And a surprise of single A, I do believe, is Buffalo this year.
42-6. And this is no disrespect to I have the utmost respect for the Wayne Pioneers. And Pedro, I'm not being sarcastic. What has happened to that program?
I'm not even sure, but I got a good buddy there, Coach Crozier, that has been teaching at Buffalo. I got to call him this week and ask him what's the story there. He's a baseball man, Steve Crozier.
The Polka Dots, they go to 4-1. They didn't even have to put the pads on this weekend as the Scott Skyhawks. Boone County will be orange, so that means that they will be unable to play next week. But Scott, due to the lack of available players, because this football season is putting a lot of physical and mental strain on these athletes, Scott has forfeited against Polka and against Herbert Hoover next week but Polka picks up the victory. Boy, is this a big-time upset? Liberty Harrison and Lincoln County, number 14, Lincoln County loses 19-14.
Wow, that's a big game. I didn't realize that one.
Number 16, Independence, keeps their playoff hopes alive as they defeat Nicholas County 42-0.
I did see them once early in the year. Video Productions did their game with Shady Spring, and Independence was impressive.
Number 16, Ritchie County 38, Roane County 13. And also you have East Fairmont 23, Hampshire 8. Riverview over Pikeview 42-20. Also, you have Hurricane defeating Winfield 23-17. Are you surprised that game was as close as it was?
Not necessarily.
Rival game. And I tell you what, in Class Single A, let's get to Class Single A, but before we do, we'll take a commercial break. We'll bring back the Class Single A scores again at the half. Chapmanville Regional hanging on to a 1-22-21 lead over the Nitro Wildcats. This is Tiger football action on Video Productions presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
These uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs, and your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
In the market for a newer pre-owned vehicle, Thornhill Auto Group is here for you. Shop any of our 4 locations, open 7 days a week, and home of the Thornhill 10120. Don't overpay, let Thornhill save you more on your next purchase. Go Thornhill and enjoy the easy drive to savings.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
I'm Stuart Caldwell. For more than 40 years, I and my firm have vindicated the rights of individuals hurt by defective drugs, defective chemicals, and other products. Now I'm teaming with Booth to take on the big drug companies to vindicate the rights of children born with NAS. There are significant legal proceedings that could affect you and your child's legal rights.
If you're the parent or guardian of a child who you believe was born dependent on opioids, you need to act now.
Thornhill GM Superstore is your full-service Buick, Chevy, and GMC dealer. Go Thornhill and expect the best with total value, service, and pricing on your next ride. Home of the Thornhill 10120. You'll get total support with Thornhill GM Superstore.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Back and forth.
In these uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium on Video Productions. Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Robbie Mouse, and Zane Townsend with you. And we have a good one between the Tigers and Nitro. Chapmanville leading 22-21. Before we get to the halftime stats, let's run over Class Single A scores from last night real quickly. It was today, number 1 Midland Trail and number 10 Buffalo in the third quarter, and that game is scoreless.
Oh, that's a big one.
In the third quarter. Number 3 Greenbrier West goes to 8-0. They defeat Sherman 41-14. That game was close early.
8 games they've gotten in.
Number 6 St. Mary's all over South Harrison 54-6. St. Mary's is now 7-1 on the year. I mean, these teams are lucky if you get 8 games in. Number 8 East Hardy 39, Tucker County 6. It was number 12 Pendleton County and number 15 Gilmer County, and Pendleton County walks away with the victory 47-20. How about the Tulsa Rebels from Glen Hayes? They go to Welch last night and defeat Mount View 28-12. So Tulsa will remain in the top 16 for next week.
And so their record, how many they got in? 6?
6, 4-2.
Okay.
Number 14 Braxton County in AA blasts Webster County 62-0. Let's see some other scores from last night that we may have some interest. It was Herbert Hoover going on the road to Moorfield. Moorfield with a late field goal defeats the Huskies 24-22.
That's a big game.
All right, and in Class Single A, Doddridge County looks like that they're going to be orange again next week. And Doddridge County has a 33 consecutive regular season game streak on the line. They haven't played in nearly a month because of the map of colors right now. And Doddridge County is a program that's in jeopardy. They can make, they qualify for the playoffs. However, in a couple of weeks, the playoffs they're going to start. Are they going to be able to play?
That's the main thing.
All right, here's my question for you. All right, so Chapmanville, of course, looking for their 297th win in school history today. Of course, I'm going to throw this question out here for you. All right, so against Man. Chapmanville's 29. That's your alma mater. They're 29-14-1. Against Logan, against my alma mater, they're 12-8. Against Scott, 33-33-1. Chapmanville's won 6 of the last 7. In your opinion, which one is the biggest of rivals for Chapmanville?
Well, I still think the Man Hillbillies, because of the fact they are within the county and they they have some great battles, and if they get to play again this year, that's going to be a big game. And I have to battle with the Belcher boys up on Crawley Creek. And so, once a Billy, always a Billy. But, I got to see Man last week, first half against Herbert Hoover. I was really impressed with Hoover's offense because Joey's done a tremendous job there. But Man had their opportunities and let it slip away.
So you say
Man.
So you say Man, okay? I picked Scott because it's the Battle of Corridor G, and they've played up almost 70 times, and that series is tied at 33-33-1. So,
33-33.
Now, Tiger fans are watching right now. Chime in. What do you think at Chapmanville's biggest rival is in football? Man, Logan, or Scott? Again, I picked Scott.
Pedro's but they love to hate Man. So,
yeah, and
the Wildcats too, man.
And Chapmanville loves to stick it to Logan, and
yes,
Logan loves to stick it to Chapmanville as well. And so that is the case. The Battle of Logan County coming up next Wednesday for Middleburg Island. Logan, Man, for the 82nd time.
82nd time.
Now the scheduling looks like this for next week. Nitro going to play Pikeview. However, Chapmanville Regional is supposed to play Mingo Central. That game won't happen. Mingo County is back in the red, so that game won't happen. However, I have been told by a little birdie when I came into Tiger Stadium that that if Logan County is gold, Chapmanville already has an opponent in place for next week. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't want to get thrown out of the stadium by Coach in the second half of this one, But again, Chapmanville does have an opponent in place for next week.
it's amazing, though, what's going on in Mingo County. They've just really struggled. And, you hate it for especially Mingo Central and for Tug.
Yeah. How stressful is it on, just –
well, not knowing. You just don't know. Each week is a roller coaster of emotions, and you want everyone to stay safe. And this has been such an unusual season, and I know it's going to carry on into basketball season too.
This is my personal opinion, not the opinion of Pedro, Robbie, Butch, or anybody like this. But here's my personal opinion. I think that these student athletes are getting punished because when they come to practice, they're masked up. Everybody's masked up. Some teams have had a COVID case. A lot of teams haven't, and everything like that. But I think these student athletes are being punished due to the fact of the community. Why in the world, if you have a outbreak in the community, if a football team doesn't have an outbreak, and a lot of these kids, they don't have a typical mom and dad.
Right.
Every household. I mean, if you're a young man, a young female student, and you have a mom and dad, the traditional household, God bless you. But a lot of people don't have that, and a lot of these students, and I'm not going to say athletes, I want to say a lot of these students, that's their outlets going to school.
And the blended families is just a struggle.
So that's enough about that. I'm not going to, that's just my own personal opinion. You've known me for over 20 years, Pedro. I'm very opinionated. Let's take a look at the total yardage now for Chapmanville. 103 on the ground, led by 47 yards and 3 touchdowns by Jackson Turner. 195 through the air for a total of 302 yards. Brody Dalton's 4-7 passing for 195 yards. He's misfired on his last three passes. His last 2 have been picked off. For Nitro, 110 on the ground, 48 through the air for a total of 158. Trevor Lowe, the quarterback, has 60 yards rushing, and he has 48 yards through the air for 108 total yards in this ball game. And also you have Ethan Lacey. He has 40 yards rushing and a touchdown in this one. Pedro, before we get back to action, what's going to be the key to victory for both these ball clubs?
Chapmanville's doubled them up on total yardage. They're up by 1 point, but you got to remember the strip that was there early that they drove the 93 yards for that score. This game would be different, and Chapmanville has to maintain and play just a little bit better defense, and they've had about 7 major penalties there, 3 or 4 on offense, 3 or 4 on defense. It's killed them, and Nitro gets the first action to start here the second half, so Chapmanville needs to play real good defense early and maybe take some of that momentum back.
If you're a Man fan watching this game and your team has had difficulty scheduling games, I know that for a fact because I know the coaching staff. A lot of the single-A schools are dodging Man. They won't play him, and even some of the double-A schools are as well. Man's a team, I think, if they can make the playoffs in single A, they can win the state championship, but they're in jeopardy of not making it because of this. I'm just going to call it like it is. A lot of teams have dodged them. A lot of teams have told Man no, but Man does have a game next Wednesday at Middleburg Island, and the chances are good they'll play 2 games next week.
That sounds good.
Yeah. All right, here we are. We're back to action for kickoff of the third quarter here from Tiger Stadium. Been a very well entertaining game so far. So let's see what the Tigers can do here on special teams. Kicking off will be Evan Plumley. Now they've kicked to Udo's number 10. They are at our far side of the screen. They've kicked his direction each and every time. Lacey's in the middle. Then down here at the bottom, you have Carter.
Nice kick.
And that's going to go through the 3 amigos. Lacey, it's not going to bounce in the end zone. And here comes Chapmanville. They got a chance to pin it back deep, and Lacey's thrown down at the 5-yard line by Ryan Chapman. I got fired up to punch Robbie over here, and Robbie's boning.
That was a change-up, Joe, because they've been kicking short. And then that time he really kicked
look at that
the wrong
replay
ways.
right there. Yeah, Lacey thought it was going to go out of bounds. It didn't for the touchback, and Chapman wraps him up.
Good job.
First down and 10. 6-yard line. Let's see if the black attack can come back here on this defensive sequence and get another takeaway. Hand off to Lacey. Lacey's going to get some breathing room, and that's what you want if you're Nitro.
Yeah, he picked up good yardage, but he was hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Keith Kennedy on the tackle. Yeah, an opportunity that time for Chapmanville to pin him back deep, and now Nitro's getting some breathing room. We have seen a 93-yard scoring drive in this game by Chapmanville. Nitro's going to try to go 94. Lowe's going to keep it himself, and he'll have the first down out
Big
across
yardage.
the 20.
Big run.
He's approaching 70 yards rushing in this game. It's up to 68. Nitro not dilly-dallying right now.
Big front four for Chapmanville needs to step up right now.
Yeah, clogging that middle is Nathan Walsh, 6'1", 345, number 75. He's a senior. Motion back, and here comes the jet sweep over to the near sideline. First time they've ran that play. And gave him about 3 or 4. They gave the straight handoff to Alawatts.
Caleb Witt, and then the big guy went flying through there, number 75, Nathan Walsh. But he picked up 2 to 3 there, about 3 yards.
Second down coming up. Pick up a 4, second down at 6. Nitro trying to score another touchdown to take the lead. Low back to pass. He looks for Udo. Double coverage over that side, and he's going to be wrapped out of bounds for a loss. You had 4 players on Udo over here.
Yeah, they had him covered. So the quarterback did a good job of not throwing it that way, or it would have been picked off.
Keith Kennedy, Preston Smith, Lance Scott, Hunter Lambert. And to be honest with you, until Nitro tries to throw to another player other than number 10, Chapmanville is just going to lay back with 3 or 4 guys on him. Here's the instant replay. You know, he's like, man, he's quadruple teamed. And Trevor that time, the only thing he could do was just eat it for the loss. Third down, 13. Straight handoff, Ethan Lacey. Nothing there. The front 4 did a job that time, Drew.
Yes, they did. Big stop, so they've got to punt the football. And still, I like putting pressure on that punter and giving Preston Smith a little more.
Evan Plumley, Hunter Lambert.
All right, he needs to drop back.
Nice defensive sequence there for Chapmanville.
Why is no one back? They must have known he was going to kick it out of bounds.
Remember the last time when they had somebody back?
Yes. Yeah, but it was a freshman. Preston is a junior, so.
Coach Barker might have just said, hey, we're going to get excellent field position anyway. Just don't risk it.
But they didn't send nobody back.
All right, now, if I'm the Tigers right here, I just line up and do the ground and pound right now because Chapmanville is forced into passing situations due to the lack of time.
Excellent field position.
Yeah, you got 40 yards.
And Jackson's had a good first half.
First down, 10 the ball at the 40-yard line.
Carried the football.
And Brody Dalton's going to keep it himself. He's got
nice
a nice block out here, and it's going to be a first down inside the 20-yard line.
Great run. Two good blocks.
Getting fired up. That's Jackson Turner on that block here, Pedro.
Yes, it is.
I'll let you describe this.
All right. Nice fake, and he tucks it under, and two big blocks right there is the first one.
Look at Jackson Turner. Look at Jackson Turner.
And then he turns on the speed.
That's a gain of 22 yards. 43 yards rushing now in the game for Brody Dalton. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Straight up the gut that time. South running. Gain of 3 or 4.
This is a big drive right here, Joe. Big drive.
Second down, 6. Ball at the 14-yard line.
I'm kind of shielded by the wall, so I'm trying to watch it on the screen.
Chapmanville trying to go to 5-0 all time against Nitro. Jackson Turner now back in the backfield. In the in the fullback positions, Caleb Witt. They fake the fullback belly. Here comes Dalton. He's going to try to get out there on the outside. He's going to flick it to the tight end, and it's going to be just shy of the end zone. Good block by number 52, Gabe Silva, the right guard, and a nice recognition there. A little dump-off pass to the tight end, Elijah Stallings.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't have sprinted to that corner of the end zone.
Stallings, his third catch of the game.
1 yard line.
Well, Jackson Turner, he's got 3 of them here tonight. He's dotting the I. They give it to him, and he's going to be close. Did he get in or not? No.
I thought he went in, but he's back. It's right at the goal line.
Second down and goal.
Do you take a chance on a handoff, or you do run the sneak?
Run the sneak.
All right. No jump, no penalty.
Sneak touchdown.
Right into the end zone. Big drive for Chapmanville.
I'll tell you what, besides the center, J.T. Craddock, he had that seal block, but the left guard, Evan Plumley, also out there as well.
Nice drive by Chapmanville.
Impose your will a little bit, get the ground and pound, and then you have a little dump-off pass to the tight end. That results in the extra in the touchdown.
7-point lead. You want to get the extra point here.
And I think Chapmanville is going to be forced to call timeout, and they will. We'll keep it right here. 7:18 to go in the third, 28-21. But again, you have a defensive stop by Chapmanville. You have a terrible punt by Nitro, and Chapmanville takes it 40 yards.
All right, you got a 7-point lead right here. Do you fake this extra point to make it a 9-point lead? Just thinking. Or if you kick it,
Well, here's the thing.
Big decision.
This is my first time I've seen Chapmanville Regional play all year. I don't know if they have a quality extra point or field goal kicker. Okay, so if you don't, you go.
But didn't they try a kick early though?
No, it was a fake.
Okay.
It was a fake on a 2-point conversion. So I think and on that timeout, you don't know if you had somebody trying to dial up a kicking shoot or not, but the play was coming in late, decision was coming in. I think Chapmanville will probably decide to go for a 2-point conversion here. Last night, I tell you, the Michael Hughes, the field goal kicker for George Washington, he banged one for 47 last night. That thing would have been good for 60.
Big one.
Commit to Appalachian State. So James Barker will put on his headset, and the offense will go back out on the field. Now, the slot receiver out there, number 6, is Jacob Topping, a sophomore.
All right, they're going for 2.
We'll take a commercial break after this attempt. Dalton rows out to the near side. He's going to run towards the pylon, and it is in there.
Yes,
Chapmanville extends the lead to 9, 30-21, 7:18 to go in the third. We'll return. It's Tiger Football on Video Productions presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln on 119 in Chapmanville, your full-service Ford Lincoln dealer. Go with Thornhill and expect the best in total value, service, and pricing on your next vehicle. Home of the Thornhill 10120, you'll get total support with Thornhill Ford Lincoln.
Did you know that 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime? At Logan Regional Medical Center, your breast health is important to us. Our caring staff uses the latest technology, like 3D mammography, in a comfortable and welcoming environment to help you stay on top of your health. Speak to your provider about a 3D mammo at Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
9-point lead for the Chapmanville Regional High School Tigers. 30-21 is your score.
And that was all set up by a great kick by this kicker right here last time. Played good defense.
Brought down by.
It's down there again.
At the 15-yard line, Evan Plumley's the kicker. Francisco will get near the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the defense last time had a 3-and-out, so let's see what they can do this time.
Again, the map of colors for the week.
Man, 3 more hours for that.
Ticking away at 5 o'clock. Well, I can tell you this right now. If Kanawha County is gold next week, there's one football coach in Kanawha County that doesn't have a game and probably won't have a game. First down and 10, the ball at the 25-yard line. Man in motion, there's the give.
Boom, big hit.
Gained about 4 yards. They gave the ball to Chris Allawat that time.
All right. Caleb Witt doing a good job over there, number 1 sophomore defensive back or linebacker.
If Logan County's in the gold next week, Chapmanville's already got an opponent in place. Logan will play man on Wednesday at Middleburg Island. Second down from the 29, 2nd and 5. Trevor Lowe's going to keep it himself. Gain of 2 or 3, third down situation coming up. And one of those down linemen for, or offensive lineman for Nitro, shaking up on that play.
I think Trevor Lowe is definitely a senior, right? Senior quarterback
He's
for
a junior.
Nitro. Junior for
yeah. He's been there for 20 years, though.
Seems like he's been there a while.
He's been there a long time. We're very familiar with him. Third down coming up.
I think if I had a drag man, I'd run my drag man on the right side or left side across the middle because we're going to key on number 10.
They're overloading the left side of that line. There's Lacey. Lacey's going to have the
open.
first down out across the 40-yard line.
Just a little delay and a great run right up the middle. Too much yardage. I mean, he ran right by those linemen.
Yeah,
streaked by him.
Yeah, that was a nice block there by the right tackle. Again, that was Hogg. First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. Nitro on the move. They're trailing by 9, 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Jet sweep again. And turning it up the field. And with the tackle is going to be Josh Atwood, but a good gain by Chris Allawat.
If Atwood does not make that tackle, he could have easily broken that play. He did pick up 9.
Allawat starting to get some touches.
Well, he brought him in motion and just handed him that little play.
Right tackle, Caleb Allawat, doing an excellent job. Now they're overloading this right side of the line. You got a blocking back behind the right tackle. Handoff Lacey up the gut. 3 yards that time.
Number 75 almost stripped that ball. Nathan Walsh was hanging right onto that football on the tackle.
Walsh goes 345. 74 yards now for Lacey. I can't believe it's been 13 years since Nitro has made the playoffs.
I've got a fogged up windshield here. I'm going to have to clean it.
First down and 10, the ball to 45. Francisco in motion. Low back to pass. He's looking for Udo, and Udo's got everybody beat. It's hung up and through his hands. Incomplete.
And the quarterback just shakes his head.
And Preston Smith is saying thank you so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Because the secondary over there was toast.
Wide open.
Yeah. Boom, through the hands. 3 of 9 passing for 48 yards.
All right, be wise right here.
Second down, 10.
I look for him on a slant pattern.
Keith Kennedy giving Udo about 9 to 10 yards cushion. Lowe is going to keep it himself, and he is going
Wide
to reverse
open.
the field. He'll have the first down, and he's going to be brought down by a horse collar, and it's not called.
I cannot believe that run.
I can't believe that wasn't called a horse collar. That was Riley Ferguson, a sophomore.
Unbelievable run by the quarterback.
Down to the 18-yard line, gain of 24. It was bottled up.
Clogged up.
And then bouncing it out to the edge. But watch this. Riley Ferguson.
Right about a shoulder pads.
Yeah, that's a horse collar. And there's a handoff this time. And inside the 15-yard line. Ethan Lacey on the carry. .96 yards now in the game. Rushing is Lowe.
Lowe is a very strong-legged quarterback.
Ball down to the 14-yard line. Nitro down 9, trying to cut into this Chapmanville lead. Over the middle, it's tipped. It's intercepted by Chapmanville. Coming back the other way is Preston Smith. The ball was tipped on the tip drill and intercepted. And finally, the first pick of the night.
I can't tell if it was number 40 that tipped it. The linebacker, Atwood.
Well, they nearly got an interception off the tip drill the first time. No, it was a defensive lineman.
Number 30 got it. Hunter Lambert tipped it.
Hunter Lambert. And then with the interception was Preston Smith.
What a turn of events. That's 2 times they've been in the red zone.
A little bit of a resemblance of the black attack right there from the 80s coming into play.
30-21, 3:31 remaining, third quarter. Chapmanville up.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Delay handoff this time up the gut.
Draw play.
On the carry.
And Lowe on
was
the
Caleb
stop,
Witz.
helping him up.
Trevor Lowe in this game, 3 of 10 passing for 48 yards. Second long now for the Tigers. So right now you just want to eat time off the clock and get a score. Chapmanville looking for their second win of the season. There's a handoff. Witz protecting the football. Trevor Lowe, number 7, making the initial hit. You just want to hang on to the football right here. That was Sebastian Brown assisting on the tackle. Witt only a sophomore.
My goodness.
Third down coming up for Brody Dalton. Dalton's going to roll out. He's looking. He's going to throw. It's going to be caught for a first down over the 40-yard line and trying to get some yak yards. That's going to be Preston Smith.
Did a really good job of getting near the sideline and turning back inside to make that catch. The ball was defended well, but he just was able to make a great play.
Again, just rolling out. That's the athleticism, keeping his eyes down the field. And he's going to find Preston Smith. And there'll be a gain of 17 yards on that completion. Big third down conversion for the Tigers. 1st and 10 now at the 46-yard line. And here comes the fake. Dalton's going to square his body. He's going to fumble the football. It's still on the ground. It's recovered by Nitro. That's going to be Sebastian Brown. And that's a takeaway for the Wildcats.
Yeah, as he cocked his arm back, it slipped out of his hand.
The fake it. That play's been successful, and it will set up again, and he was just going to pump fake that time.
Yes, he was, but slipped right out of his hand. Here's a replay.
Yep.
Fake, and it bounced off his leg, his thigh muscle.
And Sebastian Brown just came up and just.
When he did his fake and the hand came down to the thigh, it popped it out.
Now we got a penalty flag. Do we? No. James Barker's trying to say that it was incomplete.
Incomplete because when he came forward with the football, it hit his thigh.
James Barker is saying that was an incomplete pass. Ball to 45, and there's a bad snap. Trevor Lowe's going to pick it up back on the other side of the 40. He's in no man's land. This could be a major loss for the Wildcats.
And a penalty.
And Trevor Lowe's saying, forget this, I'm staying out of bounds.
We've got a penalty here and an injured player.
So let's see what we have here.
A fire drill.
We got the Three Stooges out here right now.
Is that Mo, Larry, and Curly? My goodness, what a play.
Let's see what the penalty is going to be. It had to be a hold from the spot of the foul.
All right.
So it's going to be a major loss on. It's going to be a hold from the spot of the foul. Line of scrimmage was the 45 of Chapmanville.
You know, I think he just turned his head and took his eye off the snap, and it went right by him.
And the hold was called at the 40. You're going to march it back to the 30-yard line. And if you're wondering how come that you don't decline the penalty and take a loss, well,
it's going to be first and tomorrow's the reason.
You're gaining 17 yards in field position for Chapmanville's defense.
Second and 30.
First and 35. Back to pass is low over the middle to Udo, and just a little bit of yardage. Second and still very, very long.
I think he fell on the football there. He's got the breath knocked out of him. He's getting up quick, though.
Gain of 7 for Udo. 4 of 11 passing now for 55 yards for Trevor Lowe.
But he did not want to come out because you see how fast he jumped up.
Second down and 28. Now for Nitro. If you're Chapmanville, you don't want to get beat deep. Approaching 1 minute to go in the third quarter. You're up by 9, 30-21. Jet sweep. Alawat. Nowhere to go. That's a TFL.
Number 8, Ryan Chapman, dragging him down.
Third down. Into Oakwood Road for the first down on that instant replay. Ryan Chapman, another big play for him. Third down and 30 from the 35-yard line. Straight handoff to Ethan Lacey, and he is hit at the point of attack, and the ball is fumbled into the hands of Trevor Lowe, the quarterback, but making that initial hit, blowing up the play looked like was Plumley.
And he tried to hand it back to the quarterback. If he sees it on the replay here.
Kobe Collins.
Hand it back to him now.
No, that was number 70 that time.
Right here.
Evan Plumley.
He tried to hand it back to him.
Evan Plumley blew up that plate. And at the end of 3 complete from Crawley Creek, the Tigers up 30-21. Chapmanville Regional Tiger football action on Video Productions presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
In these uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
Our world has changed a lot in a short time, but your health and safety remains our #1 priority. We have the supplies needed and processes in place to keep you safe. We've implemented visitor restrictions, and we are reducing physical contact as much as possible. Patients and employees are required to wear masks for your protection and theirs. And your care team is screened daily. So don't wait to get the care that you need. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Pedro, it's been a back-and-forth ball game, but Chapmanville Regional, if they can hang on to this 9-point lead, they are 12 minutes away from their second win of the season in the James Barkley
Well, we
era.
got 4th and tomorrow, so they're going to have to punt it out of here, and Chapmanville should get a good return. But, like you said, they don't have anybody back.
Chapmanville, 141 yards of rushing offense, 227 through the air. Nearing 400 yards of total offense. Nitro, 176 on the ground, 55 through the air. Leading rusher for Nitros for quarterback Trevor Lowe, 96 yards rushing. Lacey has 80 yards rushing. And for Chapmanville Regional, 47 yards for Jackson Turner and 3 touchdowns. You have Dalton, the quarterback, 44 yards and 1 touchdown. Witt has 23 yards rushing. Miller has 27. Elijah Stallings, the tight end, has 3 receptions in this game for well over 100 yards receiving. 4th down, high snap on the punt. Trevor Lowe's going to get it out of there. Again, no one back, and this one's going to take the friendly artificial surface bounce for Nitro, flipping the field position.
All right, let's run a little of this clock off.
54-yard punt. And again, that one special teams mistake on the punt return, James Barker says, hey,
get them away from it.
How often, because of this unusual years, do you get to even practice special teams?
Yeah, we see our buddy Josh Lewis out on the field there with the camera there. So
yeah, no Josh.
See some highlights tonight.
1st down and 10, the ball at the 13-yard line.
All right, here we go.
It's now a time possession game for Chapmanville. You want your offensive line to step up and oppose the wheel. Fred Miller will dot the I. Caleb Witt will be the fullback. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Give to the Miller. He's the freshman, and he'll pick up very little yardage.
Trying to be real cautious and careful right here.
Trevor Lowe on the tackle. It's a 2-possession game. Second down and 7. Same formation. Hand off to Miller again over to the left side. And he's tackled by Sebastian Brown. He has a fumble recovery in this game, so this will bring up a 3rd down and very manageable.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that little sprint out pass here either. I would try to keep it on the ground.
3rd down and 1.5 yards for the Tigers. 1st down here will rattle the chains and keep the clock a-moving. Nitro jumps, they get back off sides. Last night that was called offsides.
Maybe a quarterback sneak.
And we have a whistle and a timeout call. We'll keep it right here. 10:24 remaining in the contest. And, we're up here in the press box, and we're wearing masks and everything. And I took a look through the binoculars and stuff, and the quarterback, Brady Dalton, I mean, you have to sit there and bark and holler the calls and everything, the cadence, and make sure that everyone can hear you. He's wearing a mask. How uncomfortable do you think that is for that young man?
Hear the muffled calls.
And I mean, I'm fat and out of shape and old, and I can walk up a flight of steps, and with a mask on, I'm breathing heavy, my glasses are fogged up and everything. But think about it. I don't care how young you are and how good a shape you're in. He's out there playing with a mask being worn, and he runs all over the field.
He does.
I tell you what, all these athletes, they've done a great job, coming to practice, wearing their masks, all these schools and everything, and doing the right thing. And
trying to stay within their own bubble and being wise. All right, here we go.
Big conversion right here. 3rd down coming up. When we have another timeout, we will take a commercial break. 3rd down, 1.5 yards. Chapmanville trying to move the chains. Give to Miller. Miller is going to be thrown for a loss by guess who? Trevor Lowe. And the Tigers are going to be forced to punt her out.
Yeah, Lowe does it all for Nitro. I'm surprised we didn't see the big running back in there, though.
Yeah, Jackson Turner. Trevor Lowe just blew it up.
Yeah, the little delayed handoff caused a little confusion.
All right, so Nitro ought to get excellent field position out of this. They're down by 2 possessions.
Make a good snap.
They're bringing in Preston Smith. High snap. And it's going to be a shank of a punt.
Caused by that high snap. The worst thing that could happen did.
20. This is the line of scrimmage was the 20-yard line.
10-yard punt maybe?
No. 2-yard punt?
Oh, my goodness. They're trying
Robbie,
to decide.
can we get in this?
Well, I think when a ball touched the head of the offensive lineman, that's what they're trying to decide.
It's Nitro ball.
Yeah, but it touched the lineman there about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage was the 20, so it's about a yard punt. Trevor Lowe is going to keep it himself. Look how patient he is. He's up the middle, and he's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown just like that.
Couple missed tackles, and, man.
Shank punt leads to a touchdown. And Trevor Lowe now up over 100 yards rushing in the game. And just like that, we have a ball game. Just watch the patience by Trevor Lowe. He faked it to 2 backs and just waited for his offensive line to open everything up.
What a play.
Now the Wildcats will bring Toledo on the field for the extra point.
This will be his 4th attempt.
9:22 remaining. Through the uprights, and it is hammered home. 9:22 remaining. Chapmanville's lead now down to 2, 30-28. Tigers football on Video Productions, presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when
Nitro took advantage of only a 1-yard punt. Went 21 yards for the score. Squib kick. Taken at the 20-yard line. Up over the 30 and down at about the 40-yard line, Preston Smith.
He was doing all he could to hang on to that football, too, because they were striking at it.
Pedro, a team that's had very little success this year. You're up by 2. Both these, Nitro, what's going through their heads? They have no wins on the season. Chapmanville only with 1 win.
Yeah.
But now when you face with adversity, Chapmanville's probably saying, oh, no, not again for Chapmanville. They just got to convert some first downs.
I was talking about a high, it was not snapping over his head. Well, he snapped it high, and then he forced his punt, and 1-yard punt.
First down at 10 at the 40. Straight handoff, no fake, and here comes a screen pass. It's bobbled and caught, and that's going to go for loss of yardage.
They're putting themselves in a tough situation. It's going to be 2nd and long.
Preston Smith.
And the big guy broke freely.
It's going to be a loss.
Man.
Loss of about 3, so now everything falling apart for Chapmanville.
We've still got a lot of time, 8:46. Chapmanville up by 2, 30-28.
2nd down, 13. Roll out. Dalton throws, and it's dropped at the 40-yard line. 3rd and long coming up.
My goodness. You really got to be careful here, Joe, and not put it up for grabs. Even if he catches that football, he's only got a 3-yard gain.
Momentum on the side of the Kanawha Countyans. It was in the 80s yesterday throughout West Virginia, in the 50s today. Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Robbie Mounts, Zane Townsend from Tiger Stadium in Chapmanville, West Virginia. 3rd down and 13. Dalton, plenty of time. Now he's being flushed. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there, too tall.
Just a little bit too high.
The hot pursuit.
So,
being,
momentum swing.
The hot pursuit being displayed there by Ashton Hogg.
You've got to have an excellent punt this time. Cross your fingers. It's been an exciting.
Ashton Hogg here with the hot pursuit as Dalton couldn't turn his shoulders into that throw. He just overthrew his intended receiver. And it was well covered on the back end by Chris Allawatts. All right. Another 3 and out. Nitro will have the ball back. 8:20 remaining in the game. Nitro down by 2. Another high snap. And another bad punt.
Oh, my goodness. Special teams play's been.
That will be a 22-yard punt. 1st down and 10 now at the 45-yard line.
Excellent field position for this talented quarterback for Nitro.
Well, let's see what the Wildcats can do. They're 0 for the season. They have losses to St. Albans. Also, they have lost to Herbert Hoover, and Sissonville. 1st and 10 at the 45. Ethan Lacey, he's being patient, and he's only going to gain 1 up to the 46-yard line.
Is that number 26?
Lance Scott.
Yes.
28. Lance Scott on that play. Chapmanville's defense just wants to nip it in the bud, like Barney Fife used to say on Andy Griffith. Man in motion, and they're going to give it on the jet sweep to Francisco. He's going to try to turn it up. He'll be brought down after a gain of only 3. 3rd down conversion attempt coming up. That's Caleb Witt stringing him out.
All right, they got 3rd and 5. 7:17 remaining. 30-28, Chapmanville ahead.
If you're Nitro, what do you dial up right here?
Well, I'm going to use my money man there, Mr. Lowe, because he's going to, I think, roll out and maybe tuck it or pass it, one or the other.
They're overloading the right side. Back to pass is Lowe.
There's a rollout.
He's being pursued. He's going to throw, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. Out there on the coverage was Fred Miller, the freshman.
Yeah, 42 was putting pressure on the quarterback, too.
Elijah Stallings.
Stallings, and thank goodness he was able to put the pressure on him. He had to roll out to the side.
Here you go right here. Quarterback looking, being pursued there by Elijah Stallings. Knocked down by Fred Miller. Miller's only a freshman. Trevor Lowe's 4 of 12 passing here today for 55 yards. Still plenty of time, 6:49 remaining, field position game. And that's a booming punt with no one back. Chapmanville hope that gets into the end zone for the touchback. It does. First down and 10 now at the 20-yard line, 6:40 remaining. Chapmanville has 1 timeout. Nitro has all 3. Jackson Turner, number 19, is now back in the game at the running back position. 11 carries, 47 yards. He has no carries here in the second half. He's going to dot the I. Dalton's going to hand off. That's going to be Fred Miller. Miller is going to get across the 30. Good job of running by no, that's 19, That's going to be Jackson Turner, and Turner with the first down.
Yeah, he had quick feet on the handoff there, a couple jab steps, and then he was able to get outside. Good run. Big first down.
Nice replay here by Jackson Turner, 205-pound senior, just cuffs it up the field. Evan Plumley on the lead block. Gain of 16 yards. 12 carries, 63 yards in the game. 1st and 10 now at the 36. Fullback dive to Caleb Witt.
Under 6 minutes remaining.
Chapmanville trying to hold on for that second win of the season.
1 or 2 more first downs would really be beneficial.
You like to score. You don't need to score. You want ball security and first downs right here.
Yes.
Witt now up to 26 yards rushing.
3rd and 7.
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Ball at the 39-yard line. Brody Dalton is bleeding every second on that time clock. There's the give. Jackson Turner, nice hole, and he is going to be drawn out of bounds near the 45. Clock is stopped. 3rd down and 1.
1 yard short of the first down.
That's one thing you don't want to happen is go out of bounds, and that does Nitro a favor. That stops the clock with 5:10 remaining.
His momentum carried him out of bounds, though.
Here's the thing. You might think I'm wacky, but Chapmanville has 23 punting yards on the last 2 punts. Unless you get a hold, procedure, or anything, you have 2 downs to get 1 yard, in my opinion. There's no way I would send the punting unit out there unless it's 4th and long. Handoff. First down. Turner and Moore. Turner runs over Ethan Lacey. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Yes, a great run by Turner.
Watch this by Ethan Turner. Nice steal block by Sampson. And also you have out there Ben Krause and company. Gain of 15. $14 carries, 83 yards now for Jackson Turner. 1st and 10 at the 40. I formation. Turner. Oh, he fell down as he made his cut. I tell you, getting a nice block was going to be Gabe Silva.
I think he turned his ankle a little bit there, or a hamstring. Yeah, he's grabbing his hamstring there.
Fred Miller now going to have to come into the game.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see much in the 3rd quarter.
Here's the instant replays. He made the cut, Pedro. Civil was out there with Witt.
Right.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
right there. He pulled the hamstring, it looks like, at the 41, and he just fell forward at to the 39-yard line. So he picked up 1.
Hamstring there. Massaging it.
2nd down, 9, the ball at the 39-yard line. Under 4 minutes remaining. Can Chapmanville survive? As a blocking back at fullback, they have Josh Atwood. Handoff down to the 35-yard line.
Clock continues to run, 3:32.
On the carry that time was Caleb Witt, 6'1", 185-pounder.
Yeah, it's a hamstring they're working on.
Chapmanville has 2 downs to get 5 yards. Approaching 3 minutes remaining. Nitro has all 3 timeouts. If you get a first down here, then Nitro will have to start spending some timeouts. Atwood's the fullback. And Dalton on a rollout, and he's going to throw it, and it's going to be complete for the first down. And more inside the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Big touchdown. Nice throw.
Josh Atwood On the play action pass to the fullback, Brody Dalton hooks up with Josh Atwood.
And he broke 2 tackles on the play.
Yeah,
1,
Trevor Lowe couldn't
2,
get him.
Oh, he pushed him forward.
Francisco couldn't get him.
Tried to push him out of bounds and pushed him down the sideline.
Touchdown, Chapmanville.
Big score for Chapmanville.
Boy, that was a little play-action pass to the fullback who released on a pattern. I tell you what, Coach James Barker pulling out all the stops in the playbook here, especially in this fourth quarter. Chapmanville, I think, has to burn a timeout. They do. We'll keep it here. We'll take a timeout after the conversion attempt. But this is huge here because if you can pick this up, it puts it up to a 2-possession game.
Yes, it does.
What a play call there by Coach Barker.
Yes, that was a great catch.
So 259 yards passing in this game for Brody Dalton.
And you are masterful of those stats tonight, Jeff.
That's unofficial. We don't have Brian Shepard here. I tell you, Brian, he spoils me and everything. But we'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Joe Kinzer, Pedro Ledger, Zane Townsend, Robbie Mounts with you from Tiger Stadium in Chapmanville, West Virginia, as the Tigers looking for their second win of the season, try to go to 2-3, and then perhaps next week get up to the 500 mark. If Logan County is gold, Chapmanville Regional already has a plan in place for an opponent, and they'll be released a little bit later on, but we got to watch out for the map of colors, what's going to happen at 5 o'clock today. This could pretty much put the game out of reach right here. Dalton, he's going to throw it in the back of the end zone. Catch is made by Caleb Witt, and it's a 2-possession lead for the Chapmanville Regional Tigers. 38-28, as we'll see the instant replay.
I love this little fake right there by the quarterback.
We'll step out. Tigers football presented by Logan Regional Medical Center on Video Productions.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Ethan Lacey on a kickoff return at the 34-yard line. Nitro still has 3 timeouts, 2:39 remaining. It's a 2-possession lead, 38-28. Here's what you missed when we were coming back from the commercial break that time. Good containment by special teams play. After what I saw last night, say nothing is impossible.
It ain't over till it's over.
But if you're Chapmanville, you don't want to get beat deep. If you're Nitro, if you have anything in the bag of tricks, you might want to try it right now. Chapmanville is 234 away from school win number 297. Trevor Lowe is going to be forced out of bounds. It's all right.
Picks up good yardage, but goes out of bounds.
He has over 100 yards rushing in this game.
Just keep everything in front of you here the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Chapmanville, if they win, will go to win number 297. Back to pass. Low. And it's going to be nearly intercepted. I tell you what, that almost was a pick six.
Yes.
Reading it all the way was Lance Scott.
Number 28. He's had his hands on a couple tonight.
Yeah, watch this. He jumped around. He eyeballed. He jumped around. He says, there you go.
There.
Ah!
Good defense.
Like, that's the reason why you're not a wide receiver. That was a good play. Lowe now is 4 of 13 passing for 55 yards. Third down long. That receiver over here on this slot, he moved. He flinched. Yep, that was Alawat, number 6. He flinched the slot receiver. If you're a Nitro fan watching this, your program came in with 409 wins.
Mr. Statman, you do a wonderful job, Joe, keeping up with all that, buddy.
Low, pass to Udo, complete. Hunter Scott says, I'm going to wrap you up.
All right, we got 4th down coming up.
Josh Atwood, number 40, also helped out.
Good sportsmanship there, helping Udo up off the ground. Chris.
If Chapmanville can hold here, then they will ice this one away and go to 2 and 3 on the year. 4th and 3.
Yeah, that linebacker shooting the gap.
And Lowe's going to keep it himself, and he's going to turn the corner.
He does not make it. Does not make it.
He's short.
And that does it.
No, they gave it to him.
Oh, gosh, how did they? I sure didn't see it like that.
Here's the instant replay. Let's see. Here he comes. He's looking. Needed a 44-yard line.
Oh, he stayed in bounds.
He stayed in bounds. Good call. Stayed in bounds. Low, plenty of time. Throws it up. Jump ball. It's going to be incomplete and knocked away at the last second.
Good defense, staying right there with him.
That was Fred Miller knocking it away. Alawat was the intended receiver. Here we go.
If I'm not mistaken, he is a freshman.
The one-on-one action. Alawat. Miller.
Little Miller staying
right
with
there. Perfect defense. 1:36 remaining. 38-28 Chapmanville. Pass. Complete. Udo. Udo's going to outrun Hunter Scott. He's got a first down.
No quit in Nitro. They're still plugging. Minute 28.
Timeout Wildcats. We'll take it as well. Tiger football action on Video Productions is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center. Back to action. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Down by 10. Ball on the Chapmanville 40-yard line. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Lowe looking for Udo. It's covered up by Hunter Scott. Lowe's going to have to keep it himself, but he'll go down for a sack. Good coverage there by Hunter Scott. They try to hook up with Udo over the middle.
1 minute remaining. 10-point lead for Chapmanville.
Chapmanville going to go to 2 and 3 on the year. On a chilly, overcast Saturday afternoon in southern West Virginia. Pass to Udo. Juggled. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted that time by Lance Scott.
What a play. Chapmanville excited. The receiver had it, bobbled it, and tossed it right to him.
Take a knee and get out of here with the victory now.
Big win for Chapmanville.
3 takeaways for the Chapmanville defense in this one. Instant replay here. Udo, he just bobbles it. And Lance Scott says, guess what I got? I got a foosball.
Bounced off his pads. The old tip drill.
And I tell you, if Udo don't get him, it's going to be a touchdown. James Barker, excited.
Great job by the coaching staff for Chapmanville today.
Take a knee and get your second win of the season. Again, if Logan County is gold, the Tigers will have an opponent next week. The map will come out at 5 o'clock today, and Chapmanville, if they are gold, they will announce later on this evening who they will be playing. I can tell you this, I'll give you a hint, okay? It's not a long trip.
All right.
It's a short trip. But what a victory, Pedro.
But you can't spill the beans, that's for sure.
No, what a victory here for the Tigers.
Up and down game. Defense stepped up, made some good plays, and the quarterback has really got a bright future ahead of him.
This team's been decimated by injuries, a young team, and frustration, and finally Chapmanville Regional will break and snap the 3-game losing streak here tonight with a 38-28 victory. It is. It is a. That was George Barker, the athletic director. He said, "Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll let you know who we play. You don't know, but like I said, I can't spill the beans. But if Logan County's gold, I know who they're playing." All right, we'll return with a quick post game. This is Tiger Football Action on Video Productions. It is presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.
Oh! I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise.
Boone Memorial Hospital is pleased to announce our specialty services are now accepting new patients for dermatology, cardiology, ENT, and psychiatry. Call today or visit us online. Boone Memorial Hospital, bringing medicine home.
In these uncertain times, it's reassuring that our county has a sheriff like Mike Rutherford. Here's what your neighbors have to say about our sheriff.
He supports local law enforcement. It doesn't matter what uniform you're wearing, Sheriff Rutherford will support you. He's taking care of his guys, his deputies. He's gotten them equipment, pay raises, and has really got the vision on where the Sheriff's Department should go for the future.
My commitment to you is to protect you and your family.
Please vote for Mike Rutherford.
Second win of the season for Chapmanville Regional. They defeat Nitro 38-28. The Wildcats go to 0-4 on the year. Chapmanville Regional 2-3. The map will come out at 5. Right now, Chapmanville Regional does not know who they will play, but again, I was told before the game that if Logan County is gold, we don't know if Logan County will be yellow or gold, but Chapmanville pretty much has an opponent set in place, and they will announce that. If not, they'll just have to figure out an opponent because they were supposed to play Mingo Central next week, but Mingo County is going to be unable to play. Pedro, your thoughts about this game?
Well, just an outstanding effort by Chapmanville. Congratulations, Coach Barker, an outstanding coaching staff. They put it together today, and it's a big win.
I tell you, the best is yet to come for this Tiger football program. They're young. They do have some seniors, but they got a lot of guys back. They got skill. They got big lines on both sides of the football. What I like about this team offensively, they can spread you out. They can throw. The quarterback, Brody Dalton, 259 yards passing, but also they can ground and pound with 3 different running backs. And on the defense, hey, the 80s came back today. The Black Attack showed up. 3 takeaways against Nitro.
And the quarterback is outstanding. He's got so much potential and just a great offensive performance tonight.
Again, your final score is 38-28. We'd like to thank Butch Mounts. Also, we would like to thank Robbie Mounts. Pedro would like to thank you and Zane Townsend. For those folks, I'm Joe Kinzer saying so long, everyone, from Tiger Stadium in Chapmanville. You've been watching video productions of Chapmanville Regional Tiger Football Action presented by Logan Regional Medical Center.